Yeah. How's that shot? Howdy, motherfuckers.
I first got into music. My old man used to sing back in the day in South Africa, so we just always had music around. But to be honest with you, I always played piano when I was a kid, and then when I got into high school, all the Polynesians used to carry around the acoustic guitar, and then that was it. Once I got it onto the acoustic guitar, just started playing, trying to be George Benson. Fast forward a bit, when I was 16, my sister was doing some gigs at the Central Hotel in Blacktown, and I'd play guitar for her, sing some BVs, some backing vocals, and then at the end of every set, I might do like a song or two. And I did that for a bit, and then after a while, I would do my own set at the end, a whole set to myself, and then I just started doing gigs when I was young.
How did I get into music? Just growing up in church, typical Polynesian, singing. My parents making us sing at church, and obviously going to school with Polynesians and singing with the guitar, keyboard. Started playing drums when I was 6 because the church needed a drummer. And then the keyboardist left when I was 12, so my dad told me to go and learn how to play the keyboard. Started playing keys when I was 12 years old, picked up guitar when I was in high school, and then started singing later in life, probably when I was like 21, 22.
How did I first get into music? My mum was in a church band, and yeah, I pretty much always grew up with music. However, I didn't pursue music until I was pretty much 30. I was a latecomer. I started performing at pubs and clubs with cover bands and doing cover music pretty much at 30. And I'm also probably the least talented out of these fucking pieces of shit. But I am the funniest, I'll fucking take that. That's something I'm sure of. But yeah, I got into music at like a late age, but I grew up with music. And so I always had like an ear for music, and I always loved good music, especially soul music, and reggae, and R&B, everything pretty much, anything music.
Yo, Jayden. How did I get into music? Church. I grew up in church. I was always into arts. I was always fascinated with like just being creative. Pretty much, I feel like I was bound to get into music at some point. I got into it when I probably around 13, 12. I started playing Guitar Hero on my mate's Xbox, and then I was like, I was going up the levels really quick, and then I just wanted to play guitar from there, and then singing came on, and it just kind of like naturally formed from there. The first time I knew I was going to sing full time was probably when I went on X Factor when I was like 15 years old. I remember going out and doing an audition. It's kind of hard to explain to someone what it feels like to do that whole experience, but it's just so exhilarating. I always heard the word starstruck. I never quite understood it. Like I'd seen famous people before, but I'd never been like starstruck. And I remember when you walk out on that stage, you see those judges, and it's just like all the cameras and the lights on you. It's a lot to take in. So I remember that whole experience, and then the fact that like I didn't screw it up and make a fool of myself. And I actually did half decent at 15 years old, when I'd only been singing for I only started singing like 2 months, 3 months before I went on that show. So that was the kind of the moment I thought, well, if I can do this after only doing this thing for 2-3 months, I was like, oh, well, probably I could keep doing it. And then just my keen interest in music. I've always loved music. Simply West. Well, the idea behind Simply West for me is, I came back to Australia in 2020, and I kind of was just living in America for a while. I'd had a song come out, and like years ago, that kind of kicked off my career, and I was just sick of the music industry after like 7 years in America. So I kind of lost my interest in music. I actually thought I might never do music again, and I was just, I kind of like moved down to the Goldie and I was partying. I wasn't really giving a shit about music. And then I remember I was out at this bar one night and I met this guy, Ness Love. He was playing, the one and only. He just struck up a friendship, and I just seeing him do his thing live, playing live music, and then really like kind of reignited my flame when it came to, just music itself. Kind of made me realise what I love, and he introduced me then to Ricky Nifo. I remember the first time I heard Ricky sing, literally my jaw dropped. It was insane talent, and listening to someone like that, it's like listening to Sam Cooke, or listening to great artists. Just made me go man, that is something I've been looking for my whole life. I want to work with someone like that. And then Ricky introduced me to Mike, and well, I remember the first time I saw Mike play live, I didn't think he was human. I thought this dude's like so talented, it can't be real. So I guess Simply West is just, you know, me being a fan of these three guys and being absolutely blessed enough to kind of make music with them and be a part of whatever it is they do. I mean, I feel like I'm lucky enough to just know and be an acquaintance to these guys, go to their gigs, you know. To be able to do a band with them is just, it's out of this world. And really, it's kind of saved my music career, like, because I don't think I'd still be interested in doing music if it wasn't for these three guys. So yeah, that's what Simply West is to me. It's everything.
Simply West, I got a cover band called Simply the West. It's like a rip-off of Tina Turner's Simply the Best. But I'm from Western Sydney, Mount Druitt, little country town called Mount Druitt with a population of about 4 million people. Yeah, I grew up there, but it's Western Sydney, so yeah, I always represent the West. Yeah, that's where Simply the West came from. And then I met the boys and we started our original band. And we kind of wanted to fire off the whole corny Simply the West thing, so we just simplified it and made it Simply West.
I think Simply West, the name is kind of, you know, we're making country western music. You know, we want to be something like the Eagles. We love those kind of like western bands, but also like the whole Simply West is like, you know, what you see is what you get. It's start to finish. The video that you see is start to finish, and that's what you get. You literally get Simply West. That's us. I think it kind of speaks to it. I like the name because I think I like the kind of ring to it. But yeah, it's just what you see is what you get. That's us. You know, we're not fucking around. We're not overproducing our music. We're not, you know, putting, you know, crazy auto-tune or effects on. Like, we're just Simply West.
Simply West for me, we all wanted to be, I think just about every muso I know has got this dream of being in a band, you know, making a band, making a super band. A big part of me deep down, like, yeah, I want to be the artist, I want to be the artist, I want to be the front man, I want to be all that. But there's also that part where you want to be in the band. I want to be part of a unit. What it means to me now, like, it was a bit of a surprise, just the way it all kind of came about. I don't know what it means to me. It's just making music with my brothers, you know, making music with the boys, and we're happy, and we're all happy with the songs, and we love playing music together. I love singing lead with Ricky, one of the baddest voices, and then just what everyone brings to the table is just like, it's just meant to be.
Simply West, just boys that I clicked with, boys that I knew would make me better as an artist, as a musician. You know, in life, sometimes when you meet people, even though you haven't known them for that long, it's like you just click. It's like a seatbelt, just goes. That's what it's like for these fellas, you know, like as musos, like we all just get along. We're really good friends. We talk to each other like we're brothers, which is the most important thing, especially in a band, knowing that these fellas got my back and I've got their back in any situation that we're in, which is why I think Simply West is good for me.
It really just came about with the boys just fucking jamming, like straight up. Man, we just love jamming. Joe would just rock up out of nowhere and what are we doing this weekend? And he'd just jump in all the gigs. Same as Ness. First met Ness at like the R&B jam up here in Brisbane. Yeah, we clicked straight away, man. This guy literally been my brother since the moment I met him. Like straight up. He taught me a lot as far as music and the tech side of things, looping and all that stuff. In the process I met Joel, and yeah, we've been brothers ever since. And then Mike, we just knew everyone. We're from the same area, but I'm a lot older than him. We ended up meeting on the Sydney music scene. Obviously Mike's just a freak. He's been doing that out of the womb, man. Just been doing his thing. And yeah, so the whole Simply West thing came from, I guess, just trying to find like-minded people who really want to do music, and it's hard to find people that are motivated by making original music, like just by making good music, you know what I mean? Like everyone seems to want money, or like they're motivated by money, especially when it comes to original music. But yeah, thank God, man, I met these boys and everyone was like, yeah, man, if it's for music, yeah, let's go broke and let Jesus take the wheel. Here we are, still broke, and yeah, we're just enjoying the ride. But I guess the music side of things, in a lot of ways, is the easiest part. I think the hardest part is probably getting together, especially with me, Ness, and Mike having kids and families at home. That's probably the hard part. But the easy part is the music and the hangs and the laugh. And that's going to be the recipe to success, I guess, for us. It's just making sure we keep laughing, having fun. As you saw today, I never fucking take anything serious. Pretty much my approach on life, which is why I got 5 kids. But hey, here we are, and we're still breathing, and live every day like it's our last.
I mean, the band's based around sort of country music, country western, hence the name. There's a lot of sort of double connotations, but We're kind of based in country music, and then we branch out. Like we got a couple of numbers that are like pretty jazzy. We got some folky numbers. We got some soulful numbers. We just love music. We all love old music, especially. Like I think everyone in this band is like we can get down with like. At least me personally, like I lived in the '70s. I think all the boys are much the same. '60s, '70s. We all kind of pull from those eras, from those artists. All the classic stuff, the timeless stuff, and we're just trying to make timeless music. It's gonna not be a fad, not be a phase, something that's gonna last the test of time, and it's always been the goal for me.
Man, I see Simply West, to be honest, like I think that this band has all the potential to go as far as we can go. You know, I think musically, personality-wise, like we're all just like so unique in our own way. We all have our own thing, our own styles, and what we bring together, you know, the sound that we bring together is so unique. I know that this band it's like, you know, like it's a callback to like the Eagles or the Doobie Brothers or, you know, Crosby, Still and Nash. Like, I know that this band is good enough to go as far as, you know, we could possibly go.
If I'm being honest, I see Simply West making the charts here in Australia, getting an ARIA award, hopefully playing on the big stage, you know, Blues Fest lineup, CMC. Even though like we're a lot more mature in our age and more experienced, like I believe that our songs are just as good as all those songs that are making it on the Billboard charts today. So I see our band competing against the best.
For the future for Simply West is just to keep making music together, keep, you know, doing what we love. For me, like this has just kind of made me love music again, this whole experience. So for me, I just want it to survive. I want it to keep going, and I want to be able to hopefully, you know, make a living out of just playing together and enjoying the process.
I'm excited for taking this live show to different places. I see this band doing arenas. I see this band doing stadiums, being able to do that, all of that stuff. I think we've got the songs, we've got the voices, we've got the individuals. That's where I want to take it. That's where I think it can go.
To be honest, I'm just excited to get to know my boys a little bit more as we make more music, as we create more original music. I see us growing old together, like talking shit and just bantering, and that's what I love. I love that we're always honest, you know. We all bring the best out in each other, which is the most important thing as a band. And I know that if the shit hits the fan, I know that we're all on the same boat together. It's all for the band rather than us getting personal. We all know that we're just passionate about trying to get the best out of our songs and the best out of our music.
Where I see Simply West going, oh man, I don't really focus too much on where we're heading, but I feel like if we just keep doing our thing and just keep having fun and remembering music comes first, we serve the song, and I guess, yeah, if we stick to that mentality and just have fun, the rest will come, you know what I mean? And the sky's the limit. All of us have that same sort of mentality, eh? Like we just want someone to hear that song and then feel some sort of emotion, whether it's happy, sad, you know, motivated or whatever it is. Yeah, that's music, man.
Man, I think just for Simply West, I think the future is, you know, let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's just keep enjoying the process. We can go as far as any other band can go, but I think the biggest thing for bands is just, you know, enjoying the process, not taking it for granted, just staying true to what we are, which is musicians, and making sure that we always remember that that's what this is about. This isn't about, like, we didn't start this band because we wanted to get a bunch of social media followers or because we wanted to get rich or anything like that. We started this band because we're fucking fans of each other. We respect each other as musicians and as people. You know, at the end of the day, like, I get enough out of this band just by sitting next to these guys and playing music. So for me, it's just keep going. All the rest will come. Let's just keep enjoying the process.
I wouldn't say, yeah, I've been on big stages, but I do BVs for some amazing artists, like one of my favorite artists, Tones, who I've had the pleasure to tour the world with. Yeah, I do backing vocals for her. And this is a whole different kettle of fish, this one right here, man. This is a bunch of country fuckers. And here we are, baby. God damn. Woo.
That's it. Man, I reckon that's it.
Nice. Nice.
Well done.
Sweet.
That's it. Well done.
Shot, bro. Thanks, man.
That was epic.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks for the questions, man.
That's all right.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
Yeah.